Hello and welcome to this Megabits of Gaming video guide for Modern Warfare 3 Survival Mode. If you don't already know, the idea is to play through a level alone or with a friend and survive as long as you can against wave after wave of enemies. In this video we'll be showing the best places to fortify in each stage so you can last that little bit longer. And remember, if you make it to wave 15 on every level, you'll get an achievement, so there's an added incentive to keep watching. The waves get increasingly tougher, but fear not, as those nice guys at Infinity Ward have left some computer terminals dotted around each map where you can stock up on ammo and guns, C4 and even air support to give you a fighting chance. Our advice for each stage is simple: head to where we show you, gather enough cash to buy a couple of sentry guns and buy yourself a light machine gun for some added protection. This is Resistance. We've got a couple of sentry guns, one of which is a grenade launcher, and we're in the first house you can gain access to. The sentry guns cover each entrance, so you're free to hang out by this sofa and monitor the doors for any stragglers. The first sentry gun will pepper the incoming enemy with bullets, while the grenade launcher will mop up any debris. This is a great level for multipliers, and you should be able to reach a fairly high wave. When those pesky juggernauts come along, don't forget to have some flashbangs, claymores and best of all C4. You can also run and flank them. Head out the door, up the hill, turn around, and you can also shoot them from distance. Next up is Village. Get a sentry gun and place it on top of this green car. You can always add another behind you to protect your flank. Most enemy forces come from this direction, so place some claymores on the floor and you should be fine. Interchange is next. When you're fully stocked, run right towards the gun terminal at the very end of the map. To the right there's an alleyway and an upturned car that offers some protection. You can also add a couple of sentry guns up here and another here, both with decent line of sight to take out any incoming enemies. We found that for underground the best place is to stay up here. Grab a sentry gun as usual.
Sentry gun ready for deployment.
We've already placed one on top of the train, which offers protection from the front and sides. Place another up here on this bridge. Then just place some claymores around the place and you should be fine. This is Dome, and a personal favourite. All the terminals are pretty close together, which proves very handy. It's also a good level if you're playing solo. Head up the ladder and you can always place a few claymores to ensure you're not followed. A sentry gun can cover you and take out any enemies foolish enough to climb up. Be warned though, juggernauts can climb ladders too. You can then lie by the other ladder and wait. Then just stab the bad guys or shoot them in the face. This one is called Mission. Probably the safest and most effective area is up this hill. A sentry by this car guards one point of access. You can place another one here to protect your rear. This is Seatown, and without doubt one of the best for co-op play. After you've mopped up the enemies in the first few waves, head to this building in the corner of the map. Armed with a sentry gun or two, you can place them on the balconies on the first floor, and they provide excellent cover. You can then place some claymores around the staircases for more protection. Remember though, when helicopters come, don't forget to move your sentries under cover or they'll be destroyed. As ever, this location allows you to avoid incoming juggernauts by diving over a balcony or through a door, and run round behind them to shower them with flashbangs and C4. Carbon is next, and we found this hut provided a pretty decent place to hold out. Even better is you're near a terminal for additional grenades, flashbangs and a new sentry should you need. Juggernauts tend to land close by, learn where they drop and litter the area with claymores or C4, and that should finish them off pretty quickly. Placing another sentry at the top of these stairs means all approaches are covered, and you should be able to hold out with ease until the higher levels. Bootleg can be a little tricky, mainly because the supply crates are so far away, but if you head to this house you'll have a good line of sight and be protected from helicopters. A good tip is to get yourself a riot squad as soon as you're able. Hard Hat takes place on a construction site and there are plenty of places to hide. Probably the best area that provides adequate cover from ground troops and air forces is this warehouse. Place a sentry gun at either entrance as shown and they should take out most of the bad guys. Crates are close by too, so you can easily replenish your supplies. When a juggernaut appears you can keep running around this central reservation and then shoot him in the back. You can earn some pretty decent multipliers if you hang out in this pipe too, as there's a bottleneck at the end and the enemies walk right into your line of gunfire. There's a house towards the back of the Fallen map which gives you a nice view of all incoming soldiers. It's just a short run from the computer terminal, and a sentry gun, or even better a grenade launcher, is useful to place on the ground in the undergrowth to cover the staircase. It should seriously weaken the enemies as they approach, and you can wait at the top of the steps to finish them off. Your co-op partner can put a sentry gun at the other side of the building. This again is a nice vantage point, and the gun can do some serious damage soon after the soldiers turn the corner at the top of the stairs. If a juggernaut comes up after you, you can use this handy break in the fence to jump down and run round the stairs to flank them. Juggernauts tend to land at the base of this building if you hide out here, so it's easy to pick them off fairly quickly. Our advice is to take out soldiers and helicopters before turning your attention to the heavily armed juggernauts. This snowy map is Outpost. Our favourite position is a bit of a trek from the armour crate, but it provides some decent cover. Once there, the huge hangar can be defended with a couple of sentry guns at each entrance. Add some claymores and a riot squad each and you'll be fine. What's more, the gun console is right next to you, so you'll be able to replenish ammo when needed. The only real cause for concern are the juggernauts, but again the crates in the middle of the room provide some decent cover, and you can run round in circles and see for them. This level's called Lockdown, and it really shouldn't give you too much trouble if you hold up in this tunnel. Get yourself a riot squad, a light machine gun and some C4 and you will have no problems. You can put sentry guns either end of the tunnel, but we found putting one over here in this corner gave some great cover.
Sentry activated. Suicide bombers, keep your distance. Reloading. Gun ready for deployment.
Arcaden is one of the tougher levels. At first glance, all the terminals are quite far apart, and there's nowhere particularly obvious to hide. We found that down by the escalators, though, is ideal. You're close to the ammo crate and can place sentry guns to defend both entrances. Putting one by the billboard takes out the bad guys from distance, while it's protected from the side. You can then mop up any enemies coming down the stairs. Further back you can place another sentry gun for extra protection. Juggernauts tend to come down the stairs, but using this method they'll be caught in the crossfire and die quickly. Downturn. Head straight down into the underground. This is a pretty good location as you're close to all the computers. Straight ahead you've got the guns, to the left the armory, and to the right air support. From here you can see all the way to the end of each tunnel and kill the enemies before they even get a shot in. The final level is Bakara. There are a few decent hideouts on this map, but we were fond of this one, which is right near the air support console. If you head up to the first floor, the only entrance is the staircase, which you can defend easily. Then you can just place a couple of sentries on the balcony, and they'll make light work of all approaching enemies. You can always leap to the ground if a juggernaut comes and flank him. We'd recommend you get a riot squad too. Happy hunting.